Hello everyone, I'm Normulator, and welcome back to our campaign with Sicily. Turned out to be Sicily run anyway. We started off as Syracuse, and we formed Sicily, so now we are the great people of Sicily. And it turns out we also have ourselves a nice little border with Rome. So it's time to figure out what our next plan is going to be, what the future holds for us. We're going to have to make some friends, I think, and decide on exactly what the next steps are. I have simulated just a little bit, maybe a year or two, just trying to recoup some manpower, accumulate a little bit of mana, if you will. We did get a +1 stability event, cost us some religious power. It was advantageous somewhat, but it also put us in a position where we don't have the religious power to get a new omen. So we are stuck without an omen for now, and our religious power accumulates at quite a slow rate, so that's going to be a little while before we get one of those. But getting back to that, getting out of the hole, stability-wise, I think was an important thing to do. So now it's about deciding what we're going to do in terms of strategy. I feel like I need to get my economy in a position where I can afford more troops. We're currently not paying our troops and making about 7.5 ducats. Which isn't too bad, but once I start paying for them, that number is going to get quite a bit lower, and I would actually like to have at least twice as many units as I have now. I'd like to have at least 30,000 units, maybe even more. We do have the ability to make horse units, if you will, so get the money and the manpower up to make more units and have a little bit of surplus there would be nice before we decide to take on Rome. In the meantime, other thoughts are I kind of want to force vassalize these guys. It won't be super easy. They are in a defensive league with these guys. So theoretically what I could do is declare on these guys. I'm accumulating some oratory, so I could potentially get a claim on them. These guys get brought in. These guys have quite the army as well and a lot of manpower. So it certainly makes me nervous to have to fight both those guys. They're actually quite the juggernaut. And when you look at Rome, actually, Rome, I'm sure they have quite a good economy. Or they do have quite a good economy. But manpower, meh. Cohorts, meh. You know, they don't even have that much of a navy. So they actually feel more vulnerable than you would think. And also, their cohorts, even though if you were to declare war on them, you've got all these cohorts, none of them have manpower, really. They have 21 cohorts, but if you wipe them out, that's all they got. No manpower, almost no manpower. These guys have a little bit, but nothing that you probably couldn't handle. So I feel like Rome is actually not in that strong a position. So the decision is, do we do something here before going to Rome? Or not. We don't currently have any allies. One thing I was looking at is we do have one person we can make an ally who is also a regional power. And that's these guys here. They wouldn't currently take it, but they're pretty close. So what I'm actually thinking about doing is going down in here and improving their opinion of us. And it shouldn't take too long to get it there. I could actually send them a gift as well, but I'd like to save my money if possible. Military tradition-wise, they're not going to get any cheaper than this. We do have to decide where we're going to go. I'm going to build some cavalry, and I'm thinking light cav. So we have a couple of different things that will help us out. We have the light cavalry discipline, which is fantastic. And we also have the light cavalry defense, which just basically is how much damage they take from others. So reducing that by 15% would also be very good. So I feel like those are the next two I could probably take. It's nice to focus on one path to get to the good stuff at the bottom, if you will. With that being said, morale of the armies is really nice as well. And siege ability is alright. Although I think the siege mechanics in this game are still kind of broken. They need to improve how the calculation's made. Not being able to go to about 42%. It just feels like you're stacking bonuses to make no difference. So I don't know. But as you come down here, like some of this stuff, like a lot of this stuff I don't actually like until I get to the heavy infantry discipline. But I mean, the infantry cost, okay. Fort defense, trireme defense, like a lot of this stuff I don't really care about to get all the way down to one bonus. So I like this one for sure. I don't mind that at all. But I kind of like this run down through here because it gets us to if we ever go to heavy cavalry, we get some discipline there. That's not going to help us. But we have a couple of nice ones down here with the heavy cavalry morale as well and the light cavalry morale. So we can get morale, and I feel like this is probably our best bet. What was down here? Light cavalry offense, enslavement efficiency, archers. Yeah, it's tough. There's the stuff. Mostly, it's stuff I like at the top. Trireme cost would be all right. Save us some money. Cohort starting experience is actually a pretty big deal. And having the decay go down. So there's actually a lot of stuff at the top I like. For now, we'll just go ahead, because it can't get any cheaper than 400. We can just go ahead and buy one of these. I'm going to go ahead and take this. If we get any more tech, which we're going to get soon, that price will go down even more. So I'm not going to spend it on anything right now, because we're not at war, so it doesn't make much of a difference. I did get one of these already for tax. Increase 5% tax dollars. I'm going to try to get some more of these going. I was thinking about national commerce income and then maybe paymasters as well to get our maintenance down. Just so that we can support a bigger military. I think that's our biggest deal right now. We don't have a ton of slaves. We have a number of slaves up here from the land we just took. But generally speaking, when you look at us, we only have like 150 slaves. We have more citizens than anything else. We have a lot of tribesmen, which I'm not particularly fond of, generally speaking. I prefer them just to be either slaves or freemen. But yeah, that's a pretty good mix, I guess. But anyway, let's move on. We have pretty good tech ratio. Remember that we do have our one little spot that we've made here. We're actually getting 24 manpower from this one province alone. I really like having made this right here. One thing we could do, we're obviously spending civic power on some bonuses for money, but I'd also like to spend some more time moving more freemen into here to get that extra efficiency, because we have a really good rate right down there, and I'd like to be able to keep that going. So I think we can just go ahead and press play. It's been long enough, I guess. We've probably got to have play going the whole time because, let's be honest, things are not moving that quickly. There's not a whole lot going on, so it doesn't matter if things move quickly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We do have a bit of a glitch here. These units, you can't actually even like click on them or anything. Well, let's just click on the general, but it doesn't, like, I don't know what's going on. It says that there's mercenaries there, but then there's like a, oh, there we go. Now it lets me click on it. Now that I've said that. It says there's units that are exiled and they're not moving. I don't know if I'm assuming they're actually there. And it's not a glitch. There's more money for us. We'll take that. But yeah. There you go. I'm not really sure what's happening. So, we're going to keep an eye on these guys here as far as their opinion and when we can get that alliance. It's starting to work in the right direction. It's mostly just about getting that opinion up. So we'll get there. I'm going to take the commerce income. Like that. What actually would be a pretty good idea, because we have a young leader who's terrible with the religious power. Getting something like the Omen Duration, so we have to do it less often, would probably be a good idea as well. But you can't have everything, right? Army Morale Recovery as well. Those kinds of things are pretty good. When you actually look at the recovery rate of your armies, the base amount, I think, is like 0.1. Right now they're at 0.17, but the base amount is like, yeah, base... I don't know. I can't really see it right now, but I thought that the base amount was 0.1. So if you have an increase of 0.02, that's like a 20% increase in how fast you're recovering. So right now we're recovering at 0.17, but if you can get that up, it's not a bad idea. Because if you're going to be into wars, and it's nice to be able to get the morale up faster so you don't get wiped out if you've got a bad war or whatever. Impatience is a virtue. Sure. Very displeased. Wow. Well. So tech at 166. People are continuing to get more and more happy and more civilized. I believe we're at 100% in here. We are. So that's not bad. Are we at? I think they're at 100%. Yeah, everyone in the capital region's at 100%, I believe. So we're in good, with the province anyway. So yeah, oratory power. Presuming these guys aren't ready for us, we could probably look at that. All these little guys. We could possibly stack wipe them if they had no, and then if they had no. What is going on? Oh, he wants office. Oh, I wasn't paying that close of attention. Refusal to grant him a position befitting his stature. Well, he's freaking terrible at all the things. What do you want me to do? Go ahead and be pissed off. You're already pissed off. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you have ambitions, you should probably have the ability to achieve them, you know? Get good. Okay, so we're just continuing to simulate. Manpower and money is good. All good things. Is this... Yeah, I was going to say, this is one of my really good guys. He's going to be... he's our guy that's giving us discipline right now. Two options where we get money. If we did that... I'm trying to think... Thank you. Lose 10 popularity. I'm not a big fan of that. And gain 5 corruption. I think I wouldn't mind just hanging this guy out to dry a little bit. His loyalty is trending up. It would go pretty low. I love the idea of getting that money and gaining popularity. Oh, he forfeits his position? Oh, that's not great, though. Let's go there. Still get our money. We have a lot of money, but I have to build some units. I'd like to build some markets where we have slaves. The Olympic Games. Friend of the researcher. Admiral. Yeah, you're going. Marshall advances. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to figure out some spots where we have some high levels of slaves and maybe build a couple markets just to increase the tax dollars for that area. These guys are base tax 0.67. And we also, it'll also I'm just trying to do the math here. Their happiness is already up there. Civilization value isn't going to make a difference. Research points. A picture approaches. Money. I'll take oratory for sure. Speaking of oratory, it's time to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen. Siege engineers. Oh no! The military advance got rid of our. Oh no! The decrease in cost. They got covered up. Ugh. I'm gonna take that sucks. Siege engineers is annoying because I don't really feel like it makes much of a difference because of the way the siege mechanics currently work. Stirring experience would be nice. That's frustrating. So, are we ready to get an alliance yet? We're very close to having an alliance with those guys. That would be fantastic. Just don't lose any land, because you're right on the precipice of being that regional power we need them to be. Oh, these guys are down to 13,000. These guys are getting stronger again, which I knew they would. I kind of want to do this first and just have an extra friend. That's going to be the plan. I'm just going to go ahead and make that the plan. So, covertly, we are going to fabricate a claim. And we're not going to go to the war yet, but we're going to start to make troops. We're going to come in here, and we're going to go light. Oh, we ran out of manpower. 5 more. Shoot. I thought I looked up there and saw like 8,000 manpower. I was like, I'll make 8 of them, and that gets us to 22. It's pretty close. I kind of like the idea of moving some guys around here. Fully assimilated to... I think I'm going to stop playing in Iron Man, because the further I get into this game, the longer it takes. They're just constantly saving, and you sit there and wait for the wheel to spin and spin and spin. It's just absolutely frustrating. There's none here, none there. That wasn't the only guy in this area, was it? No. Like, there you go, more spinning. The wheel just is constantly spinning when I go to click on stuff. Oh, we don't have enough. Just trying to get this number up. The more people that are in here, the better this is, right? We grew a citizen, as it turns out. More horses. Where do we have supply limit? Okay, so those guys have disappeared. 18 supply limit. There. Religious advances advance. 6, 8, and 5. I kind of want to have 2 stacks. Maybe 3 more horses gives me like a couple stacks of 3, 4, 4. It's not quite where I want to be, but I don't have the manpower. The manpower is a constant struggle right now. Gotta keep doing everything I can to get that up. Even if it's just a couple here and a couple there, it is absolutely worth it. Trying to find guys. Up to 30 a month from that one province, or one city, I should say. Okay, so we have ourselves a bit of an army here. When we come back, I'm going to have an army willing to go to war with these dudes over here. And we'll force vassalize them. Maybe we'll be able to take it, what's going on down in here, and make that ours. And then that'll be that. So it's wartime when we return. Thanks for joining me. Do not forget to like and subscribe and comment if you have anything to say. That's it. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.